Good day and welcome to this special episode of If Walls Could Talk. I'm John White, editor of Walls and Ceilings magazine. Today, I'm especially pleased to spend some time with AJ Narella. He's president and CEO of Curtis Partition Corporation, the New York-based trade contractor, which was named the magazine's Contractor of 2024. This is good timing as Curtis Partition celebrates its 60th anniversary this year. AJ, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. And thank you to Wall and Ceilings for the distinction.
Absolutely. And this, like I said, is great time because you guys celebrated your 65th anniversary. So what does it mean to be named Contractor of the Year?
So honestly, I think I even mentioned this in the article, but to me, it's an acknowledgement, a recognition of the hard work that our team has put in. We don't believe in, status or awards of any kind because for us, this is a process. We're going to continually get better, hopefully, and to acknowledge our team and all the great leadership we have in our organization. I'm happy that they got to feel acknowledged. We try our best to do that for our staff and our management, but sometimes we probably fall short. So for a magazine as well established as Walls and Ceilings, for you to have done that for us, you're just making our jobs easier. So we appreciate it.
Well, from our perspective, you certainly do deserve this award, and we're so honored that you were a part of this. So listen, if my math serves me correct, the company was founded in 1959, and obviously a lot's spanned and happened over those decades. From what you know of the company's history, what are some of the significant changes that have happened from then until now with the company?
Sure. So my family was not involved with the business when it was first founded. The story of how it was founded, when it was or where it was founded, and the reasons for which it was founded are a little murky still. So I won't go into that because I'd probably just be making things up as I go along. But my father got involved with the business in 1970, 71, around that time frame. And when he got involved, Curtis Partition was actually a metal partition manufacturer. So we had a plant down in Puerto Rico. We had operations out of Baltimore, and our main installation operations were in New York City. So just the evolution of how we went from metal partition to drywall. And now if you look at demountable partitions and metal partitions, again, have really made a big comeback in the last 10 to 15 years. It's kind of an interesting story there. And, just in terms of the broader industry beyond Curtis, I think probably the most notable change, I'll say, even in my time in the last 22 years, has been around safety. And it's a great change that we've really focused in as interior contractors. We've really focused in on managing safety better and actually taking a bigger interest in protecting our employees. And, it's great that we have the advocacy of good customer partners because for a long time, we had started doing public work projects, which were out of the ground. And inherent to those projects, there's a lot more safety measures taken. So when we tried to bring that into the interiors, we were kind of laughed at. We were told, why are you wearing a hard hat? Why do you have safety glasses? So we're very happy to see that has become the standard. And that means that, when we have been trying to create a culture of safety, now there's a consistency throughout the company, and there's an understanding of the importance of it.
Well, that's another checklist that we can remark on that, as an industry leader and being named Contractor 2024, that safety is the priority. So that's great to hear. Other avenues that I want to quickly ask about, where do you see the industry headed?
So I think it's not just our industry, it's every industry. We're in the AI revolution. And how that manifests in construction I mean, if you think about what the opportunity is with AI and taking in a tremendous amount of data and being able to filter it and being able to actually extract what is needed for the user. So now let's think about all of the data that's created every single day on every project. We're trying to understand better, how do we mitigate risk for safety, right? So what are the practices of a human who's on a construction site, a carpenter, a person doing HVAC, a person who's doing electrical, all of those different trades that are, they operate in a very distinct way and they interact with different materials. So think about all the opportunity there for AI to actually interpret and then offer us predictive analytics on how things are going to unfold. So that's just from a safety perspective. But now when we think about all the different variables we look at on a project, whether it be, hey, Curtis is working side by ABC Electrical and XYZ Mechanical. Well, when we have this combination of these major trades and we have, John Smith Contracting as our customer, and the superintendent for that customer is John Smith. And now all of a sudden we have this perfect storm that creates the best financial opportunity for us. We would not be able to see that with our own eyes. AI can actually help us see that. So it's understanding the data that's in front of us, and we're every day creating so much more data. And then I would say the other piece of this is how do we interact with automation in the future? What is the automation that's going to play a big role in carpentry? So today we're looking at, it could be taping, right, and finishing. So they've created some robotics around that. Tomorrow, what stops anyone from creating the installation of drywall? So it's not if, it's when. It's going to happen. We don't know the time frame. We know that people are working on such projects, but there's a lot of variability and a lot of things that take into account. So, I think that these two trends will probably be the most impactful trends that we're going to see over the next 5 to 10 years.
I couldn't agree more. And AJ, I know we've spoken on this off the camera, but you've been to the build shows that have happened the last several years, the AWCIs and the Cisco events that kind of are conjoined. Last couple of years, I saw the AI finishing robot, I believe from Canvas. So I know specifically what you're talking about, and that is remarkable technology. I also think Curtis Partition has several divisions, one of which you have a 3D modeling outfit. Is that
right?
Correct?
Yep. It's called the Enginata. Right.
There we go. I mean, it's an incredible world, and it is moving fast, and it sounds like you're keeping up with it. So finally, just let's wrap things up. What are some of the goals the company has for the next couple of years, or any special news you can give us a sneak peek on?
Sure. So, I mean, what we see as a trends in New York City for sure, but probably beyond the borders of New York City. And, New York City is where we do probably 90% of our work right now. What we're seeing is a huge trend in healthcare and in transportation. So airports, we've just gotten the announcement of the final funding coming through for the new Port Authority of New York, which is the largest bus terminal in New York City. So that's a multi-billion-dollar project as well. If you look at what's happened over the last few years with LaGuardia, we've had a steady presence at LaGuardia, JFK, and New York airports, the three major airports in the New York tri-state area. So I think that trend will continue. Those dollars don't seem to be slowing down, which we're very thankful for because we feel like we're very comfortable in that world. And on the healthcare front, what we see is a tremendous amount of investment going into very progressive types of healthcare. And so the facilities that are available to a lot of the larger hospital systems, they can't facilitate the technology and the innovation that some of these hospitals want to implement. And so we've started to take a bigger role in that. And what we see as the opportunity for Curtis is we're very interested in doing design assist. We're very interested in being a little more a part of like the owner side of the problem or the challenge, I'll call it. So we want to help collaborate and create the better solutions for the owners that are looking to really advance our community. And so I think those couple of fronts are pretty exciting because they don't seem to be slowing down. They're offering us an opportunity to innovate, and that's great alignment for us, because that's really where we thrive.
Without a doubt. So I have to hand it to you and the company. Just top-notch work. I love the pictures you had sent us, and you, I think, single out one of those projects in the article, which is now posted on wconline.com. And listen, AJ, that's all the time we have for today. I do want to thank you and, of course, the extended team at Curtis Partition Corporation for taking the time to speak with us and helping us with just such an excellent article. And finally, I do want to give a special shout out and thanks to the companies Ariana and Eve for their hard work in helping us make this happen. AJ, thanks so much. And again, congratulations on behalf of Walls and Ceilings Magazine.
Thank you, John. Thank you to Walls and Ceilings. Really appreciate it.